everyone, welcome to the Pitch Room Talk Show. My name is Yasqia, and today I will be your host. As we know, our cities are getting more crowded. Traffic jams have become part of our daily lives. And with the growing urban population, transportation problems are getting more serious. That's why today we will talk about public transportation, including its advantages, disadvantages, and its impact on society and the environment, and whether it can reduce traffic and dependence on private vehicles. To start, let me welcome our first speaker, Raisya. Hi, Rai. Welcome. How are you today?
Hi Kia, I'm good. It's great to be here. Actually, public transportation isn't just about the vehicles, such as buses, MRT, or LRT. It's also about the system behind them and how it helps create a city that's safer, more comfortable, and accessible for everyone.
Absolutely agree. Public transportation connect places and help reduce private vehicle use. But unequal access and quality care also create new problems.
Right. That's why today we are going to explore the use of public transportation. We will find out whether public transportation can replace environmentally unfriendly private vehicles.
Well, to make today's discussion more exciting, we also have two speakers.
Hi.
Syavira will represent the pro side, supporting the use of public transportation, while Anayla will represent the contra side, sharing a different perspective. I want to greet our special guest. Hi Syavira. Hi Anay. How are you today? Welcome everyone. Let's get started.
Hello Kia, I'm good. I'm really excited today because we're discussing about my favorite topic.
Hi here, hello everyone, and good. Although it was a bit a struggle to get to the studio.
Wow, that's perfect. Since today topic is transportation, I'm curious. How did you get here? Let's start with you, Mira.
I'm totally car.
Wow, that's really exciting. What about time? You said it was a lot of work. So what did you write?
Oh my god, I was riding my motorcycle here, and then it suddenly started raining, flooding, and traffic jams.
Okay, for practical team, one comfortable team. Huh, what about Raisya?
I woke up because the distance wasn't too far.
Well, that was fun, right? Just from the way we got here, you can see the different perspectives. Now, let's move to the main discussion. In our opinion, is public transportation the best solution? Let's have your opinion first. Why, in your opinion, is public transportation is what important?
Public transportation is important to me because it offers many benefits. First, it's cheap. People can save a lot of money by using the train or bus. And this is especially helpful for students and people with low income. Also, public transportation is much better for the environment. It helps to reduce air pollution and carbon emissions. And using public transportation reduces traffic jams.
That's an interesting point. Now, Anai, what do you think?
Wow, Fira answers it's really good, but there are reasons why I don't want to take public transportation and prefer to use private transportation. First, if there's traffic jams, when we ride a motorcycle, we can overtake, and the travel time to our destination is also faster because we don't have to stop at every bus stop. The comfort is also guaranteed because we don't have to be crammed with lots of people. And of course, we don't have to wait for a long time for the vehicle to arrive. If we take a private transportation, we can go home.
So guys, we have two sides here, saving money and the environment, and comfort and speed. Raisya, do you think public transportation can replace private vehicles?
In my opinion, public transportation might not fully replace private vehicles, but it's often the better choice, especially for long distance, during rush hour or when parking is limited. It's more efficient and cost effective. Private vehicles still have their place, but ideally, they should complement public transport. It really comes down to choosing what works best for each situation.
Okay, now I will change the question. Have you ever ridden a private vehicle, a motorcycle, or a car?
Yes, I have ridden private transportation like a motorcycle, but it actually makes me tired because I have to drive alone.
Okay, let me change the question. When do you usually choose public transportation? And when do you choose private vehicles?
I use public transportation when I want to travel long distance, and I only use a private transportation when there's an emergency.
I only use public transportation when I visited my friend or on a long trip. If I use private transportation, it's every day.
Now, I want to ask you a question. If public transportation becomes more comfortable, efficient, and faster, would you switch?
Maybe if only public transportation was better like developed countries, I might choose public transportation. There are fewer motorcycles and cars on the road. We can walk in the beach without the sound of horse. Maybe that will be one of my consideration.
That's a good point. Pira, do you think the challenge of using public transportation still worth the environmental benefits as you explained earlier?
Honestly, it's the same. Riding public transportation will help reduce air pollution and carbon emissions. And by riding public transportation, we can participate protecting the circle.
Alright, for the last question, what should be improved to make people more interested in using public transportation?
In my opinion, increase public transportation and expand routes.
Just like Shafira, and before I said, increase the fleet and expand public transportation routes to avoid crowds that make me passenger uncomfortable.
So, from Anna and Shafira's point of view, public transportation clearly has its advantages being more efficient, cheaper, and better for the environment. The downside that routes and schedule are still limited overall. If the system continues to improve, public transportation can become a more attractive option with private vehicles complementing it when needed.
Wow, the answers from our three speakers are really good. So I think that's enough for today's discussion. Thank you to Anand, Shafira, and Raisha for taking the time attend today.
You're welcome, Yasqia! And thanks again to Kia for inviting us here.
So see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye!